If you can you evaluate what you saw from your team through 40 minutes and what maybe changed in the third period?
I thought I saw a 50-50 game in the first period. I saw a team relax and make a lot of mistakes after we made it 1-0. It was pretty good period, first 8 minutes, I believe, and then we scored, and I think shift after, we created a turnover, or we turned the puck over, and they scored, and just the rest of the period was probably we did everything we didn't want to do. Third period, we played with a lot of passion, we worked hard, we won a lot of battles, and just really worked to score goals. And, things have to go well, and some of our guys made some really nice plays to score those goals. But I think first of all, they worked for them, and then they showed their skill.
What did you sense from your group when they went down 2 goals? This team this year, it's been a rough go, and you wonder if maybe there's some of the here we go again type thing that naturally sets in. What did you sense from them when they got down a couple there?
Well, I think I'm not sure when exactly they scored that third goal, when we got down 2, but that, like I said, that last 12 minutes of the second period was almost rock bottom, in my opinion. I didn't think we played well at all. But in the third period, we just showed a lot of passion and perseverance to stick with it.
So obviously not the 60-minute blueprint you're looking for going forward, but maybe what's the emotional value of this win beyond the 2 points, which are crucial as well? I mean, the way this game was heading compared to the way it ended up is pretty significant.
Yeah, you never want. The season's never going to be easy, and there's never going to be no adversity. And the more things that you work through and fight through and have success when it's all done, it's great for team building. Guys feel good, and then the next time things are in a difficult situation, they know they can handle it, and they know they can do this. So, yeah. And would I have liked us to win 5-0 and it would have been easy because we played perfectly? Yes. But hopefully the way that we won today makes us a better team in the long run.
Stuart Skinner has started the season pretty slowly. Goaltending was one of the issues. Do you kind of see that worm turning a little bit over?
What I've seen, I've been very impressed. I think he's played really well. I think the chances that we gave up, and he only gave up 3 tonight, I think he played really well. And so that's 2 games I've seen him play, and I've been very happy, and obviously we would like him to continue what he's doing.
Kris, just back here. I'm just curious about some of the tinkering you did in the top 6, I think, second period, and maybe touched on it a little in the third too. Can you explain kind of what happened there?
Mostly just coming out of the penalty kills. You got McDavid sitting there. Depending on how long the penalty kills was, or where the face-off is, it kind of determines how we use Draisaitl. If it's on his strong side, he'll start. If it's somewhere else, then we're going with somebody else. But you want those guys out there immediately after the penalty kill. And then the only way to do that is if they're playing together. And I think they scored immediately after one of the penalty kills when they were on a line together. And you're like, all right, there's some excitement, there's some chemistry going. Let's build that. And then we kind of played that until for the rest of the second period. And then we kind of went away from it in the third.
Wonder about starting overtime with 2 defensemen. Is that something that you feel comfortable with? Is there something that you kind of saw that made you want to try that? What goes into?
Well, you always want to put your best players on, but if you lose the face-off, you're going to spend about a minute trying to get that puck back. And I don't want my 2 best offensive players having to defend a minute, because once you get the puck, then most likely they're changing. So what we wanted to do was win the draw and make that switch right away.
Kris, what did you like about your penalty kill tonight specifically? Another strong game. Is an area that's been struggling, but what did you like about it?
Well, good penalty kills, usually goaltending. Goaltending will usually influence if your penalty kill has success or not. So obviously the goaltending was good. But what I saw was a group of guys willing to block shots from our defensemen, our forwards. I think there were some mistakes out there, but I'm seeing a lot of buy-in and commitment to make the play and prevent goals from going in, or at least making it hard for the other team to score goals. I don't know how many block shots we had. I think it was quite a few of them on the penalty kill, and I think that has been the biggest reason.
The second period all year, and I know you've only been here for 2 games, and even the 2 games you've been here, you don't have a goal and you've been outscored. Is there anything you're seeing in that long change at all that's leading to your squad struggling this year? And last year they were very good in the second period.
Yeah, no, I think it's such a small sample size to really see. Usually if you're having troubles in the second period, it's puck management. You're not getting the pucks in deep to get good changes. They counter right away without especially hard for the defenseman to get changes. Do I see that we've been guilty of that and we haven't been able to get changes? No, so I don't have an answer for that.
Kris, can you talk to the play Darnell Nurse made? It would have been 4-2 if he doesn't block that shot.
Yes, the game would have been over. We don't have 2 points unless he makes that defensive play. And yeah, that's a huge play. And Edmonton, the guys who score the goals get the recognition, and they should. But guys who make plays like that should also. And that's a huge, huge play.
So in the overtime, are you just keep rolling 2 forwards? I mean, Hyman and Kane don't normally get a lot of work in the overtime because it's always McDavid and Draisaitl and Nugent Hopkins for the most part.
Well, no, yeah. Well, what happened was we started off with 2 defensemen and forward. They were out there for about a minute and a half. Obviously, McDavid's going to be the next forward out there. Nugent Hopkins is the next forward. And Draisaitl, after taking a long shift, needed to catch his legs and catch his breath. So we needed 2 other guys to go out after that, and those were our 2 that we chose. And Kane looked pretty good out there and made it look like I made a good decision.
And you beat Dave Hackstall, so his mother will be torn tonight.
I'm just happy all the Oiler fans had a good time tonight and enjoyed the win.
It seems like a lot of the good momentum shifting moments that your team has been having, it's kind of in and around that 5 to 10 feet from the net, even the last, during this 3-game winning streak here. Are you seeing enough of that consistently from everybody, understanding the importance of being willing to get there?
Yeah, well, we want to pay the price to score goals, and that's one, and prevent them. And usually that comes down to a lot of work around the net. Fighting for, defensively, getting under sticks and boxing players out. Offensively, beating your guy to the net and putting yourself in position to score goals. So, if you want to score regularly, those are the things you have to do.
And just a big picture thought, maybe, you can apply it to tonight's game, but from a physicality standpoint, what do you like to see from your team? How much do you want to see them finishing checks and playing physical, and what's your thought on that element of the game and what you saw tonight?
I want to see our team play physical. Yeah, absolutely, that's an important part of the game. You have players that are definitely going to be hitting more than others, but it's very important that you're not making hits and putting yourself out of position. There's places on the ice that you definitely want to hit, usually on the forward check, maybe but in the defensive zone, you make a big hit in the defensive zone, you're probably getting yourself out of position. So it's a fine line of playing physical and playing responsible.